Welcome back to the All Purpose Pod for an All Purpose Life, wherever you are and however you're listening to the Call Me Mr. You, the podcast and the Inspiration Station. We thank you once again for making us part of your week. We are excited to be back with you guys. As always, I have a blast getting on here and talking to you guys and hearing some of your thoughts and your support from our show, which is always coming through. We definitely always appreciate that. We're growing, and that's probably the most important part of this. It's not always at the pace that I wanted to be at, but I'm excited about our growth. I'm excited about the people that we're getting opportunity to reach. Really excited about that. So definitely keep the support and the comments and the questions coming. Love that. Can't get enough of it. It means so much to our show. For those of you guys that are listening to us audio only, of course, you can download and subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. But of course, you can hear us anywhere that you get your audio podcast from: iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, of course, wherever you decide to listen to us, you can find us. We got friends all over the world, literally, that are listening on all of these platforms. So we are definitely excited about even platforms that I don't maybe even heard of before. You guys are hearing us on there, so we're excited about that. If you're watching us, of course, it's probably going to be from our YouTube channel, youtube.com They Call Me Mr. You. And of course, we're simulcasting on all of our social media platforms, so you may see the episode there. Please hit the like button for us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps us out a lot. We're growing content, growing the show, and reaching more markets, and even expanding the platform a bit so we can do more cool stuff. So we thank you for doing that. Thank you for all your support. Wherever you're subscribing, wherever you're following and downloading all of our episodes from the past 4+ seasons. I'm definitely excited about that. I wanted to just kind of jump on and offer some encouragement real quick to some of my friends out here. I got friends that fall in two categories sometimes. One is that they have a podcast, but they're thinking about quitting it. The data and the analytics are not lining up. They're not seeing the numbers they want to see, so they're getting ready to call it quits. They're pretty much in the discouragement realm of their podcast journey. Then you got some other friends that are getting ready to start a podcast, and they're excited about it. They have no idea what they're getting into, but they're super excited. And I'm usually talking to one or two of these different categories most times. There's another category, the people who do podcasting and they love it and they have no complaints. They're in their niche. They're doing what they love to do and they're having fun. We'll speak to that a little bit as well. But one thing I'm going to ask is the question: what does podcasting do in today's world? Is it impactful in today's world? Does podcasting work in today's world? Well, look at some of the numbers I found. In 2029, which is about 5 years from now, podcasting as a whole is expected to reach 110 million people, 110 million listeners, which is astounding. This year alone, from ages 12 and up, all-time high numbers, 47% of the United States population, which is the world population, not sure which one, but 47% of the population from ages 12 up are listening to podcasts now. And there's so many varieties out here. I mean, if you like sports, if you like anything for the most part, if you like books and having book clubs online, if you like talking about fashion and beauty, there's so many podcasts out here. There's literally something for everyone, which is pretty cool. We consider ourselves the all-purpose pod for an all-purpose life because we deal with the whole person. We got videos on YouTube about gardening and gardening tips. We're going to start adding cooking tips and cooking videos and recipes on YouTube coming up soon. Our His and Hers podcast talks about relationships, marriage, raising a family, blended families. We're talking about all that stuff on the His and Hers podcast. On top of that, we do sports every Thursday night. That Thursday night thing we do every Thursday at 7 o'clock. We just talk sports, man. We just have fun. We kind of kick our shoes off and relax, enjoy one another, and just have some leisure time talking about sports. Take our mind off all of the hard stuff in the world that's going on around us. So we keep it pretty easy, but we talk about everything. We talk about life coaching and building life skills and how to raise children. We talk about a little bit of everything on our podcast, and we're excited about that. We enjoy that. It's who we are, and we're excited about all the options you have to find the podcast that works for you. So encouragement to all of my friends out there who are considering starting a podcast for fun or for a business or to market an idea. Just have fun. Do your research. Talk to your friends. I'm open if you want to talk to me. ask what's going on with the podcast world. How is it looking? What's trending looking like? What do I have to do to keep my podcast trending upwards? And I'd be happy to help. Like, I'm learning that stuff as I go along myself. So happy to share the information with you guys. For those that are struggling in the media marketplace, and you're dealing with maybe not seeing the numbers you want to see and not feeling super encouraged about what's going on. My question to you is this. Well, I have multiple questions for you. What was the purpose for why you started the podcast in the first place? What do you want people to know? What do you want to learn from the experience? How are you willing to grow it? Are you willing to invest in yourself? That's the realm I'm in right now. It's been 4+ years. So we got a truckload of episodes that are out there, but I'm just learning right now how to really invest in myself. Not trying to do things on the cheap, but recognizing that what I have to offer, the purpose that I have for this brand is bigger than what I thought originally, and it's expanding and it's growing. That's a good thing. But now it precipitates me beginning to invest in myself. Are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you willing to invest in what you are not able to see yet? People talk about how radio has died or is dying out. Man, listen, radio was a huge part of my background. It was the background for my childhood, to be honest with you. Radio was a big part of my life. In almost every area, radio played some kind of part or was in the background of my life, all the stages and the challenges I went through in life. Family dynamics, tragedy, all those things. Radio was always there in the background. And for me and people in my age group, they're not trying to hear that radio is dead. They don't believe that at all. Matter of fact, radio is alive as much as it's ever been. Now I got radio on my TV set. Now I got radio on my laptop. I got radio in my car that reaches areas that I wouldn't be able to hear outside of the local radio. Radio is not dead at all. And I'm telling you all that stuff because I believe that podcasting had that same value and had that same ability and influence and impact. So I believe it's always going to have a place. I believe it's growing upwardly in a positive way. So I believe that there's a place for you in podcasting. If you have a purpose, if you understand why you're doing this, what your niche is, and what you're trying to accomplish, it's always going to have a place. 8-tracks are having a hard time finding a place nowadays. People who have 33s and 45 that we grew up on, they still love it. They got record stores in our local community that have 33s and 45. They're still selling. People still got record players. They're still buying them now, and they enjoy the sound of the record playing and the song and the music coming through that nylon and the vinyl. They are enjoying that. You know what I'm saying? There's a place for that stuff, and there's a place for podcasting. There's room for podcasting in the media space right now. But the question that I think you need to ask yourself is, are you being authentic? Do you remember why you started doing this in the first place? I've had talks with my friends about this, and I think that this is perhaps not a place to go into a whole lot. I wanted to kind of encourage you guys real quick. Happy to talk offline. Anybody who wants to have a discussion about starting a podcast or perhaps kind of venturing into more of an investment of their time into the media space. I'm not an expert, but I'm learning so much every day. I'm happy to help you guys. Reach out offline or hit us up in the comments section if you have a question there. Love to talk you through kind of some of the things that you're experiencing and what you're seeing, and perhaps even share the challenges that I've had and I'm still having that might encourage you to know what's the best route for you. But the answer to the question to me is pretty clear. Podcasting does work in today's world. There is room for you in this media space. There's room for what you bring to the table. You ain't got to be like the top dog in the podcasting world. You ain't got to mimic anybody or try to copy their style and format or do things the way that they do it. There's room for your authenticity. There's room for your innovation and creativity. There's room for you in the podcasting world. I'm telling myself that the same way I'm telling you today, because I believe it. I believe it's true, and I'm going after it. I believe this brand has something special to offer, and we're going after it. I encourage you guys to do the exact same thing that we're doing. If I can help you out, by all means, please reach out. I'd be happy to. Sincerely, I'd be happy to help you out as much as I can. Some folks don't know where to put their podcast at, what kind of hosting platform. I can help you with that. Some people don't know what kind of equipment to buy. I can help you with that as well. How to get you started off where you'd be on a budget, but still get quality equipment. I can help out with that. Reach out to me. Let me know whether it be on DMs or DMs on Facebook or Twitter. You have my number. You can reach out to me there or email. However you want to reach out on our YouTube channel, reach out to me. I'm happy to respond to you ASAP, and I'd be happy to help you. But stay in the game. Don't give up. This battle's not over yet. The journey is just beginning, and you're a big part of where podcasting is getting ready to go in the next few years. Stay encouraged. We're so proud of you. Thank you for continuing to keep your mic on, continue to record, continue to grow and build shows and be creative and put out content, especially the kind of content that makes our world better. So thank you for continuing to do that. I appreciate you so much. Wherever you are and however you're hearing, they call me Mr. You, the podcast. Thanks again for making us a part of your week. Have a great day. We love you guys.